treat for you, stuffing. Do you like stuffing? I just love stuffing. You know, you could almost have it as a meal if you wanted. You could put so many things in it and make it delicious. This is my grandmother's stuffing. I have updated it a little bit, but I always would go to her home on Thanksgiving and smell her. The house would smell delicious. My fully cooked breakfast sausage, and I'm going to heat them up in the toaster oven, and I'm going to put them in the toast. If I can open them, oh boy. And yeah, just the smell of that. I love just the smell of that. Just like this. Small, but cubed, sort of. When it cools off a little bit, and I want you to mix it until it becomes all together. You want it like this. We're going to put this in my pan here, and I'm going to cover it with foil and cook it for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Doesn't this look beautiful? I got one word, yum. So bring it to a party and have some fun. Hi, and welcome again to Annie's Angle and Annie's Kitchen. Today I have a treat for you, stuffing. Do you like stuffing? I just love stuffing. You know, you could almost have it as a meal if you wanted, because stuffing is just, you can put so many things in it and make it delicious. So until I tell you what you need, and this is my grandmother's stuffing. I have updated it a little bit, but I always would go to her home on Thanksgiving and smell her. The house would smell delicious, and it's probably from the stuffing. So grab a cup of coffee, I'll tell you what you need. Gotta have my coffee. What I use is celery. Good stuffing needs celery, and I buy organic whenever I can. And white onions. I'm going to use a big white onion. Chicken broth. Now I should use a lot of butter. I don't use butter. I use chicken broth instead. Thyme. Now also I have my own fresh thyme, which I'm going to use here and here. I have a lot growing because I love stuffing. I'm going to use, she didn't use, but I'm going to use these pork sausage, breakfast sausage, cranberries. You can buy fresh cranberries if you like. And I've got a bakery white bread from Whole Foods that I'm going to use now. If I was making turkey, I'd use about two to three of these. Olive oil. And these are the things that go into my stuffing. And let me tell you something, it is delicious. So if you follow me and make my stuffing with me, I think you're going to like it. I really do. So come on into my kitchen and let's make stuffing that you're going to love. So I'm going to take my fully cooked breakfast sausage, and I'm going to heat them up in the toaster oven. And we'll do that. We'll just place them in here, and I'm going to put them in the toast. If I can open them. Oh boy. Here they go. And I'm just going to put them in the toaster oven. My gosh, I always feed the floor, don't I? And we're going to place them in the toaster oven, and we're going to heat them up, and then we're going to put them aside. And then we're going to take our olive oil, and we're going to generously put olive oil in the pan. And we're going to heat up our celery and onions. Now I have 4 stalks of celery in here and 1 large onion. So we're gonna put this on, and we're gonna get these until they're tender. And yeah, just the smell of that. I love just the smell of that. And we're gonna let that. We're just gonna let them soften. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna soften these up. And if it's too much for the bread, I might not even use all this. This is probably for a big, I was going to do 3 of them. But, you know, I'm going to see how it looks. And, because usually I cook for a lot more, so. But I'm just making a small stuffing with 1 white bread. So I might use half of that or 3/4 of that. I want to see how it goes. So now I'm going to take my bread and I'm going to slice it. And I'm going to keep slicing it, and I'm going to slice it in just like this. Small, but cubed, sort of. And if it's a little hard, which this isn't, but if it is, it's fine. And I'm going to keep adding this to the pan until I'm done, and then we'll come to the next step. So now I'm going to add my onions, and it really wasn't too much, the 4 stalks of celery and onions. It's perfect. And I'm going to add my sausage, my cranberries. Where are they? It's about 1/4 cup of cranberries and 4 stalks of celery and 1 large onion and about 2 tablespoons of thyme. And I might add a little bit of dry thyme to this. I'm going to see how it goes. I think I will. Just a little bit around. I love thyme in my... Or you can add poultry seasoning. And I'm going to heat up my chicken broth. And I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of chicken broth at a time. You don't want to smother it in chicken broth. Probably a cup of chicken broth, because you want to get it all around. And then I would want you to take your hands when it cools off a little bit, and I want you to mix it until it becomes all together. We'll come back when that's mixed. Okay, you want it like this. You want it to be like this. I put it all around with my hands until I got it like this. And a little less than a cup of broth did the trick. So we're going to put this in my pan here. And I'm going to cover it with foil and cook it for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes with foil on it. Then I'm going to take the foil off of it and let it brown. And I love crispy stuffing. I don't know about you, but do you like crispy stuffing? I do. So we're going to pop it in the oven, and we'll come back when it's done. We're going to put it on 350 for about 20 minutes. And as I said, it had a little less than a cup of chicken broth in there, and I heated up the chicken broth so I could mix it well. So this was cooking about 40 minutes on 350. Doesn't this look beautiful? And the last about 15 minutes, I had it on 400. Now you can make it more crispy or less crispy if you like. I even might make it more crispy when I serve it with chicken tonight. I'll reheat it and make it a little bit more crispy. But this is done, and I'm so excited to try it. So come and try it with me if you've made it, and we'll enjoy it. So did you make yours? I hope so. You know, normally I put this in the turkey or the chicken. I just put it under the skin and make it like that, because the chicken and the turkey and all of this gives it so much flavor. But let's take a taste, should we? Of course we should. Get a... I got one word. Yum. Me. Oh, it's delicious. Wow. Like I said, you can almost have this as a meal. It's so delicious. I just love stuffing. I don't know about you, but I love stuffing. I like to put different things in there. It is delicious. And I love to put it right in the chicken or the turkey, right under the skin. Wow. Delicious. Let me tell you, see my pumpkins over here? These are from my garden. They grow like that. Pumpkins are like a weed. This woman was telling me she had a rotten pumpkin she threw out in the field. The next thing she knew, she had pumpkins all over the place. Because pumpkins are like a weed. They'll just keep growing and There's nothing like having pumpkin seeds at night. I love pumpkin seeds. And then I also take the pumpkin, cut it in half, put some pumpkin pie spice, spike, adobo, and olive oil. Delicious. What can I say? I'm going to have more of this after I close the video because it is delicious. Actually, I'm going to roast chicken and make some chicken with that. And it's really going to be good. I can't wait to eat tonight. So thanks for stopping in Nanny's Ankle. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate it. They really help me grow as a YouTuber. So thank you for those comments. Also, like this video, subscribe to my channel. And for those of you who have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Come again, we'll be cooking up a storm. I like fashion. I'm an exercise instructor. I also like crafts. I like talks. I like anything as long as I'm with you. So stop in Annie's Angle and have a real nice day. Bye-bye for now.